They offered you readings,
Yeah.
you've just said no, because this is the one they never offer me readings because they know my opinion and they know that I'll rip it apart as soon as I'm given it because, you know, I've seen other people do it, I know how they do it, it's a very
I think that even if we accept that there may be some genuine mediums, whatever their power is, shall we say, even you don't necessarily have to believe in the spirit world, even if they do, to explain some of what they might be able to do. There's no way that they can just switch it on and off, or it's always happening, and they can walk into any situation and and absorb all this stuff.
But this is the point that
you've always said that when the money's on the table,
they turn it on and off.
Well, this is it. I think that I always remember that with spiritualist churches, they have a kind of code where the moment you start trying to make money out of your gift, and of course it's considered a gift, your power goes. It's as if the spirit world would take it away from you. Now, I don't necessarily believe in the spirit world, obviously, but I'm not going to say either that there isn't such a thing, because you know, we're not even close to understanding all this stuff yet. I'm much more interested in the phenomena of. I believe in ghosts, and I mean I've experienced poltergeist activity, and I know weird stuff happens to normal people.
But surely, if you experience that, there must be a spirit world.
No. Not necessarily. Although I did feel a presence, I have to be honest. But you see...
So what caused the poltergeist activity? PK?
Well, a lot of... it's almost become dogma now, and I don't necessarily agree with it, that it's some kind of energy that becomes released from an adolescent child, who are the usual foci of poltergeist activity, and indeed I was, 11 and 12 over 2 years. And that it just manifests in some way. But you can have... I mean, if you... It doesn't necessarily have to be spirits of the dead, i.e. a human person who has now died and has somehow... Why would, we were talking about this earlier, why would a human being, a human consciousness come back from some other place and do ludicrous things like poltergeists do? Not mine, I have to say, but some of the more dramatic ones. Like
why is yours not ludicrous and the others are?
They'll do ludicrous things, I was saying, like spreading marmalade up the stairs.
Oh, right, okay.
Marmalade? The Pontefract poltergeist spread marmalade up a staircase and laid flower pots out in geometric patterns on the kitchen floor. And poltergeists do these kind of random things.
Why?
Exactly.
Why would they do that?
Why? Exactly. Why would it? Why? So now is it a fragment of a personality? Because we don't really know what happens to us when we die. I know quite a lot of mediums love talking about energies without really knowing what necessarily that was.
Did you just do that?
I did, I'm sorry. That's probably going to happen quite a lot, actually.
I'm going to replay that 3 or 4 times.
So they talk about energies, whatever that, I'll do that instead. Energies.
Okay, that's
better. Yeah, certainly, I mean, we are biochemical batteries almost, or sort of energy floating around.
Let's face it, we don't actually understand. We don't fully understand the physical body, and we've got it because we can't recreate it. So we still don't understand it. So therefore, we've got no chance of understanding what happens when we're no longer in this physical body. Certainly not now. And I know we've spoken about this before, and you've said that it's something that is a progression. In years to come, we may understand it. We may understand this energy force, and therefore we will understand what ghosts are. And if we do, then we're all out of a job.
I actually feel that people have been very, very clever, and I think there is something. I've seen things. I haven't ever seen a ghost, or nothing's happened to me, but I've seen things I can't explain.
What like?
I've seen lights coming out of a wall. I've seen a door slam in front of my face, and the latch go forward with me in the room with somebody else that couldn't have done it. Lots of little things that have been very, very frightening, actually, quite terrifying. But I do think people have been very, very clever, and this psychic and the medium side of things, people are buying into because we're human beings and we want to know.
Yeah, we want to believe.
Know. We want to know that our loved ones are okay. We want to know what our future's going to be good. We want to know all these stuff, and people know that we want to know it. So that.
But that's that preying on our sensibilities as human beings, and that need to know the unknown. I mean, I find it bizarre, and I do find it bizarre that really anyone really believes in psychics, and because none of them are prepared to really sit down and be constantly tested. I know if I was psychic, if I really believed I could talk to the dead, I really believed that this was this wonderful gift I've been given, that I can help people out and help humanity out with, I would put myself up for every possible test. Credible test. Now I know, again, we've spoke before about other people who or other groups, just small groups saying we want to test this psychic, we want to test that psychic.
Yeah, because
you
there's a
can't
medium
do that.
who we have worked with.
Paul Hunt.
Paul. He is good. I can't say whether he's a medium or not.
Okay.
I honestly can't, but he's done stuff that just stopped me in my tracks. But another team wanted to vet him, test him, and I just wasn't comfortable with that. We discussed this on another show. I think I wore the same shirt on that show. But anyway.
You've only got one shirt. Your wife,
all you allow him to have.
your wife, I keep telling your wife, send me another shirt, but she won't, so...
But yeah, this is what we're talking about, isn't it? It's just, I couldn't, as a friend of this person, say, yeah, test him, because I didn't know if he was going to get into.
But this is the point. This is the testing thing. Like I say, I would love to be tested if I thought I was psychic, and I think any genuine psychic, and I know Paul is up for being tested. You know, I've got to claim that now. But so is the other people. You know, Chris Conway, so he's up to be tested, and that I admire that. And it doesn't matter whether you believe in psychics or not, but I admire the fact that they're up to be tested. And surely, if you do believe you are truly psychic, you would want to be tested. You would want to help humanity understand this strange gift that you have.
The crucial thing is that the world of ghosts, if you like, and ghosts as a subject, are not dependent upon mediums and psychics and clairvoyants.
No.
They're, you know, when we talk about the phenomena of ghosts, there may not be any spiritual element whatsoever. It could some kind of... I mean, it's funny, back in the old days, back in the 19th century, they used to talk about the ether as this kind of idea of some sort of substance onto which psychic impressions can be made. And I'm almost getting more into that idea. Now we've got quantum physicists who I don't understand at all, but talking about things like dark
Nobody
matter.
but quantum physicists.
I don't think even they do, actually. I think they have a laugh. I think they just make this stuff up and then see how it runs. But anyway, but you think, well, okay, they found dark matter. They discovered the universe is much heavier than it should be, and they can't find what it is. Well, perhaps it's the ether. The point is, once upon a time, we didn't understand magnetism. We didn't understand electricity. Then we didn't understand radioactivity, and so on and so forth. There may be another energy. Let's get back to that word, energy.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to have to stop you to say, because we've got to go for a break, but we'll come right back. Please join us in a couple of minutes. Thank you very much.